They thought I crashed and burned. I had to show sign. Gotta let that hate talk pass through like phone line. Now it's all mine. Now I'm online. Now it's lifestyles and deadlines. I hope the credit card don't decline. She saw the yellow jacket and she made a beeline. Damn, keep it real.
When you ride super clean, how I feel?
How I feel?
Can you spend a couple mil? What's the deal? What I see on TV, is it real?
Is it real?
Where the pills? Getting in the hills.
Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe, don't shoot.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. No breakfast tacos today. I know. Very disappointing. I'm extremely disappointed, but Julia had to have her Starbucks, so we got some Starbucks.
I got some Starbucks.
It's very important to get your Starbucks. That being said, their double bacon breakfast sandwich is actually like a 7 out of 10. And this Cinnabon right here, this looks, I'll be honest, it looks like a 10 out of 10. I never give anything a 10 out of 10, but let's try it out. You know, it's like a 7 out of 10 also, just 7 out of 10 across the board. Also, Patrick, what's going on today, man? No breakfast for you?
I'm trying to do right. This quarantine body, it's still fighting me.
When we go to get breakfast tacos, you're not trying to do right. When we went to that donut place that literally had like chocolate and peanut butter on the donut, you didn't try and do right.
Those are 2 cheat days, I believe. I think they're on my calendar.
You know, I don't blame you. It's not worth it to waste it on a 7 out of 10 Starbucks. Anyway, bro, as you guys know, I'm 30 years old now, getting old. And back in my early 20s and even in college, I used to completely suck with girls. And looking back now, it's kind of obvious to me a few mistakes I used to make, and I see other guys making these same mistakes over and over. So today I want to talk about these things because if you're doing them, and I can pretty much guarantee you're doing at least one of them, it's going to completely kill your chances with every girl that you meet. All right, number one, I used to get lost in the game. Every time we ride these bikes together, I feel like a midget, man. The seat on this bike is so damn low.
Yeah, it's like a clown bike.
I like my clown bike. But check it out, when I first wanted to get better with girls and I was looking up dating advice, like I naturally gravitated to the advice that promised the most short-term results, right? And that's like typical cold approach pickup advice. And you have these pickup coaches that are basically telling you, look man, it doesn't matter how attractive you are. You don't need to be super successful. You just need to be able to approach girls and use a few tricks. You know, maybe throw a false time constraint in there, disqualify her, neg her a few times, and most of the time, you're gonna get the girl. And look, bro, I'm not saying that there's absolutely no merit to this type of advice. Like, I think it was an important first step for me because it forced me to actually go and approach girls and expand my comfort zone and get used to rejection. And I think that's probably something every guy who's insecure with girls needs to start with. But the big problem with it is that it glorifies these cold approaches and it makes you like judge how good you are with girls based on how entertaining of an approach you can have. Like, you wanna be able to go there, spin her around, make her laugh, and that makes you feel like you're successful. But at the end of the day, just because you can go up and have a fun talk with a girl in the club or on the sidewalk or anywhere, like that doesn't mean you're actually gonna see the results you want. Like, looking back, the moment that I stopped wasting my time just approaching girls and I actually started getting consistent dates and hookups is when I stopped focusing so much on the perfect pickup. So if I was talking to a girl, rather than trying to neg her or make her laugh, I'd just be focused, all right, by the end of this conversation, I need to ask, do you want to hang out and get her phone number? If I got the phone number, no longer would I be trying to send sexual messages or try and tease her. I'd just be like, all right, I'm gonna try and set up the next date. And if I was hanging out with a girl, then the same thing, man. I wasn't trying to do any weird techniques to her. I was just trying to have a good time and be like, all right, how do I make sure that this date ends back at my place? You know what I'm saying, Julia?
Yeah, back when I was single and I would go to the bars, guys would come up to me and have playful conversations, which were fine, but the ones that I would like hang out with after are the ones that like set the date up and like really made it happen.
Yeah, man, it's like anything in life. Like, if you want to be successful in an area, you have to stay focused on the actual end goal.
Keep it real. When you ride super clean, how I feel? Can you spend a couple mil? What's the deal? What I see on TV, is it real? Where the pills? Getting in the hills.
Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe.
bro, it is hot as hell in Texas. It's gotta be at least over 100 degrees right now. Yo, what do you look? Stop staring. What are you looking at? Oh, all right. I know what she's looking at. She's looking at this Anson belt right here. Yeah?
That's pretty dope.
And that's why I decided to partner with Anson Belt to be the sponsor of today's video. Now, Anson makes straight up the best belts in the game, not only because all their designs are sleek and masculine looking, but check this out, they also come with micro adjust technology. So if I take this bad boy off, you're gonna see there's no holes on the outside. However, if I flip it over, you can see it has these secret ridges on the inside of the belt. And this is cool because when you put the belt on, see if you can hear this? It clicks into the exact size for your waist. And if you're like me, you know, I'm bulking up and gaining weight in the winter, I'm cutting down in the summertime, so my waist size fluctuates, and no matter what that size is, the fit is always on point. Plus, the buckle's actually detached from the strap, so that means you can cut it down to the right size range. It also means that you can mix and match different combinations, and right now Anson's actually running a special deal where you can get 3 buckles and 2 straps, or 3 straps and 2 buckles for under $100. And as you can see, that's gonna give you enough combinations to match literally every outfit that you own. It even comes with a lifetime guarantee. Like, this is the only belt you're ever gonna need, bro. So if you wanna pick it up, just click that first link down in the description. All right, today we're hitting a push workout on the Beastly Fitness app. Coming soon, bro, stay tuned. And yes, this means that I'm no longer doing full body workouts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, bro, that means you did not watch my last video. That's not cool, man. Also, a lot of y'all been giving me shit for wearing a mask in the gym. Like, it's not a choice, it's not a political thing. You are required to wear a mask in the gym in Texas. Y'all are crazy, man. Let's get this workout.
Cloud 9 in my Airbnb, up in third eye blind, which the homies could see. In the trenches being all they can be. I said, nah, I ain't crippin', but dog, wait and see. How to tell the difference between good and bad in the G. Killed another nigga, I'm just glad it wasn't me. Dogs gotta eat, better check the pedigree. It's hard to pay attention to the noise when you're free. Free now, floating, wings
Gains, bro, I'm actually kinda enjoying this change of pace from full body. Number 2, I never used to strike while the iron was hot. All right, let's rewind back to my college days and let me tell you guys a little story. So one of my roommates was dating this girl, and one of her friends, I met her and I was like, damn, this girl's super hot. And I kind of got the vibe that she was into me too. So I was like, all right, now I just need to wait for the perfect moment to make my move. And this is always what I used to do. I'd be like, I have to wait until like we're alone at a party and there's no one else around, and then I'm gonna try and kiss her. And of course, you know, that perfect moment, it never came. Or there was another girl who was in one of my economics classes, and sometimes we'd sit next to each other, talk about economics, you know, maybe flirt a little bit. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait till class ends one day, and me and her are, you know, walking out of class together, but no one else is too close to us, and then I'm gonna ask her out. And again, that perfect moment, it just never came, bro. And basically the very hard lesson that I've learned over the years is the faster you make that initial move, the greater chance of success there is. And from a girl's perspective, like, why do you think that is?
I think it's because it's new and it's exciting.
It's that new guy that I just met in my work or in my class. It's so exciting.
Yeah, and if he asked me out, like, I feel like I wouldn't overthink it. I'd just be like, yeah.
It feels so dreamy and natural at first, right?
Yeah.
But then if you wait longer and longer, it's like, it's just another guy. Maybe he doesn't have the balls to ask me out. Maybe he's not looking for anything.
And then I throw him in the friend zone because I don't think he's into me.
Locked up in the friend zone. So after many years of trial and error and rejection, this is the rule that I created for myself. If I meet a girl that I'm likely never gonna see again, so maybe it's out at the bar or at the coffee shop or the grocery store, you have to make the move right away, because obviously you might not see her again and then you just lost your opportunity. However, if it's a girl that like 90% chance you're gonna see her again, maybe it's at the gym, in class, maybe she's a new girl working at your office, then the first time you talk to the girl, just make some small talk, introduce yourself, be like, okay, cool, it was nice to meet you, and also get a feel for the vibe. Like, you're gonna probably know, is there a chance with this girl, or is she just kind of cold and not into me at all? And assuming the vibe was good, then the second time that you talk to her, you have to make the move, bro, because if you don't do it, you're just gonna keep justifying why you need to wait one more time and one more time. I know it's gonna be scary and you're gonna be afraid of being embarrassed, but like, it's gonna work more times than not. You know, one time I was working as a trainer at a gym and we hired this new front desk girl who was smoking hot. I went up and chatted with her once, introduced myself. The next day she came into work, I went up. There was actually another front desk person there, but I just fucking went for it, man, and it ended up being a girl that I dated for so many months. And this same thing played out in many different scenarios. Like one time the homie Dave was dating this girl, and then I hung out with him, the girl he was dating, and this other girl who was her friend. And again, the second time we all hung out, I asked her out again, and that led to several dates after that. Just me and her. Obviously, we didn't want the homie Dave there anymore.
I'm on both sides, task the most high. They wanna go climb, trust me, don't try. They thought I crashed.
What's she order? Chick-fil-A?
She ordered Chick-fil-A. He also ordered Chick-fil-A. And guys, this is not something I'd recommend that you do at home. But lately, I've been obsessed with the spicy chicken sandwich. This is even better than it looks. I used to go the grilled chicken sandwich for macros and less fat. And I probably should still do that. But bro, don't you go with spicy chicken? It's all going back. For comparison, that's what the grilled chicken sandwich looks like.
And I feel like Chick-fil-A is the only place like you don't hate when they get your order wrong. Like sometimes they don't give me a grilled chicken sandwich, they give me a fried, and I'm not hating it.
Not only is she not hating it, I'll offer and be, oh, you have my grilled chicken sandwich, it's okay, I'll have the fried one. And she'll be like, no, it's all right, I'll have the fried one. I'll take one for the team.
That's true.
All right, number 3, don't forget your nuggets. Not funny? All right, number 3, I used to always sweep things under the rug with girls who I really liked. All right, boys, it's time for Pops to tell you a story. Do you ever have this situation where you go on a date with a girl, maybe go on a second date, and the third date you guys hook up, have some great sex, and then the girl does some shit that's just not cool. Like maybe she's clearly texting other guys while you're hanging out. Maybe she's constantly like 30 minutes later, she's always changing plans at the last minute. Maybe she says something insulting to you or something insulting about a family member or friend. And in that moment, all you want to do is stand up for yourself and say something. But then in the back of your head, you're like, oh man, I really like this girl. I'm having consistent sex. I have some good female company. And especially if you don't have like that long of a history of success with girls like I didn't used to have, it can be really hard to draw the line if you think you could lose the girl. So what do? You grab your broom and you sweep that shit under the rug and you tell yourself, well, if it happens again, then I'll say something. And it happens again, and what happens? You grab your broom and you sweep it under the rug again, and before you know it, you have a mountain of shit under that rug. And then what happens? Well, either A, the girl loses all respect for you because you never stand up for yourself and she leaves or cheats on you or some shit like that, or B, which is maybe even worse, she stays with you and you end up in this toxic relationship where you guys never truly communicate with each other what you think or how you feel. And all the relationship does is fills you with constant anxiety and you're not really happy. I've been in relationships like this and it sucks. It's way worse than being single. And bro, this is why by far the most important relationship skill that you need to master is setting clear boundaries. So if I'm hanging out with a girl and one of the first couple times, she's constantly on her phone, not like she just had to send a quick text, like she's constantly looking at her phone, I'm gonna say something like, hey, when we're hanging out, I'd prefer if you're not on your phone all the time. I'm trying to actually be with you. Or I have this buddy and recently he's been seeing this girl who he likes, but every time she comes over, she brings like a knapsack and a toothbrush and she stays at his place for the whole weekend. And the first time he was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. Then it happened again and he's like, oh, I should probably say something. And he didn't. And then it happened again and now she's sending him text messages showing that she deleted all of her dating profiles because I want to be with you. And he feels like he's fucking trapped. And he would have avoided all this pain if he had just set a boundary. The first time she did it, he could have just been like, look, I really like you. I want to keep hanging out, but I don't think we should spend so much time together. I've done this before. It doesn't end well. When you come over, maybe hang out, spend the night one night, but after that, I got things to do, you got things to do. We don't need to spend all weekend together. And of course, when you're doing this, man, there's a big chance that it could lead to, some conflict in the short term. She's gonna be like, you can't tell me what to do with my phone, or really, you don't want me to stay here? You trying to hook up with other girls? But here's the thing, that short-term pain is 1000% worth it because once you set this boundary, even if she gets pissed and runs off in the short term, she's actually gonna have respect for you. And now, she's no longer gonna do shit that's not okay with you because she's gonna know that you're actually gonna stand up and say some shit, and that's how you're gonna build healthy relationships. And not only that, when girls notice that you're a guy who sets boundaries, It sets you apart from all the other simps out there who just never stand up for themselves. Does that sound good, boys? Anything I missed? Any mistakes, brother man? Any mistakes you've been making with girls lately? Nah, man, he fucking kills it. He kills the game. Anyway, bro, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, smash the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, click subscribe and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week and you just don't want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.
Keep it real. When you ride super clean, how I feel. Can you spend a couple mil, what's the deal? What I see on TV, is it real? Where the pills, getting in the hills. Riding in my truck, riding in my coupe, don't shoot. Riding in my truck,